If you wonder why did what they did, why everything that happened since October 7th should tell you why. Because the Zionists, now I won't say the Jews, and I won't even say the Israelis, but the Zionists are a fanatic, psychopathic, sadistic, racist, bloodthirsty, unholy monster. And the Armageddon cult of the right-wing Christian Zionists are just the same. And it's a disgrace upon humanity for them to not be confronted and resisted. It's Western supremacy, colonialist, imperialist supremacy that's being confronted. That's what's being confronted in Gaza. It's Western colonialist imperialist supremacy that's committing genocide in Gaza right now. Everyone in the world is against you. Everyone in the global south. Gaza is a microcosm of centuries of anti-colonialist struggle. The entire global south, the BRICS nations, all called for a ceasefire. The whole global south is undertaking frantic diplomacy, trying to bring peace and an end to the carnage in Gaza. And who's against that? The West, as always. America tells everyone, don't escalate. Meanwhile, they're sending warships and they're sending special forces to Israel. They say don't escalate while they are escalating. I'm telling you, this is a showdown now. It's a showdown. Not between and the Israelis, not between Palestine and Israel, not between the Arabs and the Jews or the Muslims and the Jews. It's a showdown between savage Western supremacy and the civilized world, because you wanted to pivot to the global south. You wanted to transition the global economy, but you're sick. You're power mad. You can't stand for anyone to be genuinely free from your control. Anyone's freedom anywhere is a threat to your supremacy everywhere. You reserve the right to be brutal and vicious as a God-given entitlement. It's a truth that you hold to be self-evident. Every generation in the West always says that they're different. They always say that they've changed, that they're not like their forefathers. But they do all the same things all over again every time. There's no change. They've never changed. Maybe you're a Westerner now, and you're horrified by the things that your society did in the past. But you're doing the same things now and it doesn't horrify you. You know, you can see all those old pictures of people having picnics with their families in the American South, having sandwiches under the swinging bodies of black people who they just lynched. Maybe you see those pictures, this generation, you see those pictures and you're bewildered at how human beings could be so brutal. But right now, tonight, you're sitting in front of the television watching CNN and eating pizza, watching a genocide take place in Gaza. Well, you're no better than the generations before you. You're just the same. And your great-grandchildren are going to look back on your support for Israel just the same way that you look back on pictures of lynchings and those postcards of black babies being eaten by alligators in front of tourists. And they'll disavow you and your whole generation as evil and inhuman, just like you disavow those evil and inhuman generations before you. But just like you, they will only be disavowing the previous evil to obscure the evil that they will be doing in their generation, because you never change. But by that time, inshallah bi'idhnillah, your great-grandchildren's generation won't have any power.